Hello, 57's fans. We find ourselves in Weyburn for another bout with the Beavers. WMBL action. Ryan Schweitzer from Tom Lang Park. The 57's coming off a 3-2 win last night here in windy Weyburn, and it is gusting today. Wind blowing across the field with gusts between 60 and 70 throughout the day. So outfielders on fly balls, infielders too for that matter, will have to negotiate some Saskatchewan curve today. Starting on the bump for the Beavers is Garrett Waters, native of Theodore, Alabama. One appearance. It was part of a 6-3 win against the Regina Red Sox, where Waters went 8 innings, allowing 8 hits, striking out 6 and walking only 1. His ERA after that one appearance is 3.37. For the Swift Current 57's, Riley Campbell will lead off, the native of Wadsworth, Ohio. Matt Bodnarchuk will hit second, and Blake Adams, who had a big night last night, driving in 2 runs, will hit third. 57's improving their record to 5-2, and judging by percentage points, that puts them in first place in the WMBL East, ahead of the 6-3 Regina Red Sox and the 5-3 Weyburn Beavers. So, top team in the East taking on a team that's nipping at their heels in these Weyburn Beavers. Riley Campbell getting set to make his walk to the plate. Campbell leading the WMBL in triples. He's got 3 of them in this young season as we see him make his walk to the dish. Campbell hitting .333 in this young season. Stolen 5 bases thus far in 2017, his first season in the Western Major Baseball League. So Campbell digging in to face Waters, righty versus righty here. And we're about to get underway. First pitch at 2:05. Temperature hovering around 20 degrees today in Weyburn. That wind cooling things off a little bit. First pitch goes low and away for ball 1 to the disciplined Campbell. Pitch comes in low for a 2-0 count to Riley. 57 staying in Weyburn last night. They'll bus back to Swift Current after this one for a home date with these Beavers. 7 o'clock at Mitchell Field. Next home game, and open for a packed house on a Monday night in Swifty. 3-0 count to Campbell. Campbell's takes on the 3-0 for strike 1. Waters going right after Campbell now with strike 2. Fastball down the middle. Campbell takes on that pitch inside, and the Swift Current 57's have some mobility on the bases now as Campbell gets a leadoff walk. That'll bring Matt Bodnarchuk to the plate. Bodnarchuk 267. Bodnarchuk in this young season, 7 games and 8 stolen bases. So he's on pace for a league record. Josh Johnson played for Swift Current 2 seasons ago. Wimble stolen base record, 48 of them. Waters checking Campbell at first. Campbell 5 stolen bases on the young season. Waters, first pitch to Bodnarchuk, high fly ball, hit to left center. Chasing that down is Weinberger. He's not going to make it in time. That's over top of the outfield. Rounding third and heading for home. A brown-eyed, handsome man. Campbell touches home plate. A triple for Matt Bodnarchuk, and the 57's on the board. Runs are going to be tough to come by this afternoon with that wind blowing the way it is. But Bodnarchuk getting good wind, or good wood, on a ball that got hung up in the wind. So the 57's on the board early. And still none out. Flores and Weinberger playing Bondarchuk shallow in the outfield. That ball hit over their head. Bondarchuk scampering to third base, bringing in a run, and the Beavers looking for an elusive first out as Blake Adams steps to the plate. Adams .370 with 3 dingers on the year. High fly ball hit way up in the air. And that is going to scurry out of Tom Lang Park. Towering foul ball by Adams.
That foul ball brought to you by Barber Builders Auto Body. Certified all foul balls. Return them to you guys for $1.
Any other day, that ball stays in the park and is a potential play for the catcher, but that win today is just grabbing that ball and pulling it out of the park. Shot by Adams. Another towering fly ball. Widener at second base makes the catch, 1 down. Bring Bodie to the plate. Cooper .261 on the year.
Designated hitter number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Mason Brown behind the plate tonight, catching for the 57's. Bodie's DHing. .261 on the season, 6 hits, 23 at-bats, 1 home run, a couple RBI. One of Bodie's 2 RBIs last night, game winner, sac fly RBI in the 6th inning that scored the 3rd run in a 3-2 57's win. Bodie gets a piece of that ball, hits it to left field. Weinberger is there. Catch is made. Bondarchuk tags up at third, scurries home. 2 days in Weyburn, 2 sac fly RBIs for Bodie Cooper. Puts the 57's up a deuce, 2-0 here in the top of the first.
Now, catcher number 9, Mason Brown.
2 down for Mason Brown. .280 hitter. Waters finds the strike zone. 0-1 the count to Brown. Ground ball by Brown. Right up the middle. That's going to be a single for the native of Littleton, Colorado. Second hit of the top of the first for the 57's. Bring Keel Crumweed up. So far in the top of the first, Riley Campbell and Matt Bondarchuk have scored. Campbell walking and was brought in on Bondarchuk's RBI triple. And then Bodie Cooper, sac fly RBI to score Bondarchuk. That's the makeup of this 2-0 lead thus far. Brown, ground ball, foul. Or Crumweed, pardon me. Brown on it first. Ball 2 at the letters. Crumweed, 1-2 count, or 2-2 rather. It's fouled off. And that'll be a shiny loony for a Weyburn youth. caught looking as Crumweed. And that'll do it for the Swift Current 57s. They'll strand 1 but score 2. RBIs for Matt Bondarchuk and Bodie Cooper have the Swift Current 57s up 2-0 after the top of the first. Fernando Pena on the mound for Swift when we return with 57's baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Nando getting the start for the Swift Current 57s. Fernando Pena, the native of Houston, Texas. 1 appearance, 2 2/3 innings of work against the Yorkton Cardinals last weekend in Yorkton. He allowed a couple hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 1, walking 2. Fernando, after that 1 start, ERA of 6.75. He's being used sparingly for the 57s as Nando, taking last year off of baseball to recover from an injury, and he had Tommy John surgery, so he's on a pitch count. He'll stick around this game for about 50 pitches and then will give way to the pen as his wing recovers from the Tommy John procedure. Anthony Wiggins, Cam Williams, and Carlos Flores. 1, 2, 3 in the batting order for the Weyburn Beavers, trailing 2-0 after the top of the first. Matt Bondarchuk and Bodie Cooper with RBIs to give the 57s this 2-run lead. Wiggins hitting 174 at bat for the Beavers. Native of Chula Vista, California. Called strike from Pena. 2-1 the count. Fly ball. That baseball will escape Tom Lang Park. Foul. Two from Fernando. Letter high pitch to Wiggins inside. Full count. And Fernando will walk Wiggins. Cam Williams from Vancouver makes his way to the plate.
Number 90, Cam Williams.
4 consecutive playoff appearances for the Weyburn Beavers. Williams a big part of 3 of those teams. So 1 on and none out. Shot by Williams. Fly ball. Hit to left field. Chasing that down and making the catch is Adams at the fence. Just enough room for Blake Adams to make that grab in foul territory. We'll bring Guayanilla, Puerto Rico's Carlos Flores to the plate. Flores used as a pinch hitter last night, hitting .310 in 2017. Five RBI on the year for Flores. 9 hits, 29 at-bats, including a triple. Fouled into the backstop, or over to the backstop by Flores. A 1 count. Swift Current 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Thanks for joining us. Matinee action on a Sunday. Howling wind in the 57's and the Beavers. Ground ball by Flores. Crumweed flips to Thibodeau at second. They try to turn 2. They get the 6-4, but unable to get the 3, so reaching on a fielder's choice is Flores. Anthony Wiggins, who had walked earlier in this bottom of the first, erased from the equation.
Now batting.
2 down for Brady Nygaard.
Brady Nygaard.
Last night's leadoff hitter for the Beavers, Brett Young, getting today off. Shot to right field, Nick Kanyas tracks that ball and makes the grab. Beavers strand 1 inning in the books. Swift Current 57's after 1 complete. Up a deuce. 2-0 Swift. Back with more WMBL baseball after these.
Be sure to
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's. Ground ball by Nick Kanyas to Evan Widener. First out of the top of the second. Swift Current 57's 2-0 lead. It's Ryan Schweitzer at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. 57's 3-2 win last night. Looking to get out of Weyburn with the 2-game sweep before hosting the Beavers tomorrow night in Swift Current. 7:05 first pitch at Mitchell Field. Ben Andrews to the plate. Andrews with a home run on the season, part of a 13-1 57's win over Melville. The angle that the wind's blowing across the field, it's a bit of a tailwind to anything hit out to left. And Andrews launches one to left field. Weinberger there. And makes the catch for out number 2.
Now coming to the plate, our Cool Refrigeration Beer Battle.
Cole Thibodeau will take a turn now.
Number 1, Cole Thibodeau. If the beer batter gets out, then it will be 2 beer for $8 for 5 minutes.
Thibodeau, night off last night, save for a pinch running appearance in the top of the 9th. Playing second base today for the 57's and hitting 9th in their batting order. 2-0 lead for the 57's, 2 down here in the top of the 2nd. Strike 1 call to Thibodeau. Thibodeau, number 9 guy in the batting order, hitting .389 coming into this at-bat, 7 hits in 18 at-bats, including a home run. He lays a bunt down and bunts his way on base. Thibodeau does. So a 2-out bunt surprises the Beavers. 2 down, top of the order, Riley Campbell. Walked and subsequently scored in the top of the 1st. He was on first base when Matt Bondarchuk hit an RBI triple. So second time through the 57's order now for Garrett Waters. Shot by Campbell. Hit to right. Catch is made after that ball twisted in the wind as Wiggins was there. So that'll do it for the Swift Current 57's in the top of the 2nd. They strand a runner, still 2-0. Fernando on the mound right after these.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Krupp Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Ryan Schweitzer at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. 5, 6, 7 in the Beavers' batting order. Weyburn changing their look up a little bit today. They went with the home whites last night. Now on a Sunday afternoon, giving the fans a look at their blues. Shot to center field. Bondarchuk is there to make the catch. Well hit ball by Widener, but put it not too far away from where Bondarchuk was situated.
Now to the plate, the designated hitter, number 29, Sloan Dieter.
Sloan Dieter from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Night off last night for Dieter. Dieter used sparingly thus far by the Beavers. 3 at-bats in 2 games. Still looking for his first hit. However, he's been walked once and hit by a pitch in those 3 at-bats. Fouled off by Dieter. Fernando Pena, who's recovering from Tommy John surgery on a pitch count for the Swift Current 57's. He's thrown 16 thus far. So regardless of what's happening in the game or how things are going for Fernando, expect Joe Carnahan to go take the ball from him at around 50 pitches. That was the situation last time Fernando started, less than a week ago in Yorkton. Fernando going 2 2/3 before giving way to Garrett Goodall. Full count here, Fernando against Sloan Dieter. 1 down, strike 3. First strikeout of the day, Fernando. Wade Weinberger from James Cistern in the Bahamas. It's Fernando's second tour of duty in the WNBL. Fouled off of Brown, catcher. Fernando Pena pitching to Mason Brown. Ben Andrews playing first. Cole Thibodeau at second base. Keel Crumweed at short. Riley Campbell at third base. Blake Adams in left. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Nick Conyas, speedy right fielder. 1-1 the count to Weinberger. 2 down. Drilled into the backstop. That ball is 1-2 count. Weinberger representing number 7 in the Beavers batting order. And that'll be strike 3, dropped by Brown. Weinberger sprints to third on the drop, or first on the drop third strike. But it's all for naught. 1-2-3 inning for Fernando Pena. Bottom of 2 coming up. Beavers will try and rally from a 2-0 deficit when we return to Swift Current 57's baseball.
Production services. We're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Garrett Waters and the Weyburn Beavers trying to keep the Swift Current 57's to just a 2-run lead here, 2-0 as we enter the top of the third inning. Ryan Schweitzer at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. 57's 3-2 win last night. up a deuce here on a day that gives us a mixture of sun and cloud and significant winds blowing across the field. 57's had some adventures today in BP as well. The batting cage collapsing. Nobody hurt. As everyone managed to get out of the way of the falling batting cage. They still finished BP with half of a cage. When people complain about Saskatchewan, they say it's windy and it's full of mosquitoes, and that's true, but never on the same day, as Bondarchuk pops that up. Third baseman Cam Williams negotiates with that wind and makes the grab. One down for Blake Adams.
Now batting number 24, Blake Adams.
Adams looking like the type of player who could be a potential Triple Crown type guy, and that's a very tough accomplishment to pull off in this league, but he hits tremendous for average, has some power, and given his spot in the batting order, nobody on base for him now, but Bondarchuk and Riley Campbell have set the table for Adams to feast and drive in 11 runs thus far as he drills that ball foul. .357 average, 3 home runs, and he's drove in 11. Big hack from Adams. Count remains 1-2. That was pitch number 34 of the game from Waters. Coming with one down in the top of the third. Adams drills it. One hopper. Williams. Throw over the first baseman. Adams will think about scampering to second base, but then pull a U-turn and stick around at first. Great diving stab by Williams, but throw was coming in a bit too hot.
Now batting number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Adams officially given the infield single. .3-2 win for the 57's last night on a night where they weren't dinged with any errors officially, and the Weyburn Beavers made 5. Bodie Cooper at the plate now, 1 on for him. Out in front of a changeup, and strike 1 to Bodie. We are going to make it a regular feature to mic up Swift Current 57's assistant coach Eric Dorton. We did that last night, however, with that wind blowing right in Doherty's face today, we don't want to treat you to a whole lot of wind noise. As Eric Dorton sends in the signals to runner and hitter. 1-1 to Bodie with 1 down, and Adams at first. Swing and a miss. Game-winning RBI last night for Bodie Cooper. Sac fly RBI in the top of the 6th inning to give Swift their 3rd run in a 3-2 win. One-two pitch. Strike 3. Adams in motion. Attempted hit and run by the 57. Stolen base for Blake Adams as Cooper goes down swinging. Mason Brown gets a turn at the plate now.
Mason Brown.
2 down for Brown, hitting .280. Brown with a ground ball single right up the middle last time he was up. See Tyler Adams at second, or Blake Adams at second base. High fly ball by Brown. Weinberger is there to make the catch, and that'll do it for the 57's. Brown flies out to left. Swift strands one. Bottom of 3 coming up. Fernando Pena and the Swift Current 57's with a 2-0 lead. This is Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
.891 due up for the Beavers in the bottom of the third. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino at Tom Lang Park here in Weyburn. Beavers looking for an elusive first hit against Fernando Pena in the Swift Current 57's. They've had one base runner this game, as Anthony Wiggins had a walk. Fernando has found the last 2 hitters that he's faced, getting Sloan Dieter and Wade Weinberger out swinging. There's a ball hit to left field. Blake Adams back at the warning track. Jumps, but not high enough. Home run for Frazier. And that cuts the 57's lead in half. Now a 2-1 ball game. Well hit ball by Frazier, but a wind-aided bomb is that one just getting over the wall, just out of the reach of Adams. He tracked that right to the corner. 330 in the corners here at Tom Lang Park, and that was maybe a 332-foot home run. Frazier's first home run of the season. Opposite field shot, and that just stays fair as Tribuck looking for extra bases here. He'll pump the brakes at second base. So a home run and a double get things going for the Beavers here in the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order now for Weyburn and Anthony Wiggins. Mason Brown having a quick chat with Fernando Pena. "28 pitches thus far for Fernando Pena, who's on a pitch count today. Righty versus lefty now. Wiggins drops that bunt. They'll get him at first. Runner advances to third.
Now batting for the Beavers, number 19.
Wiggins heads to the dugout to a greeting of high fives from his teammates as he drops that bunt and advances the runner to scoring position. Only one down now for Cam Williams. Tough out here. Williams flew out to left the last time he was up. Ground ball. Hit on the dirt. They're going to try and get the runner at home. One hopper to Brown. Brown unable to squeeze that ball, and the Beavers have tied it. "57's try to go 5-2 to get the runner at the plate.
Now to the plate, number 3.
So a home run from Zach Frazier and Josh Tribuck. Doubling, advancing to third on the sac bunt, and then scoring. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the third inning. Opposite field shot. Nick Kanyas, right fielder, makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, number 5.
Carlos Flores flying out moments ago. Brady Nygaard flew out to right field last time he was up. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Brown.
Yes, I can.
Ground ball. Riley Campbell at third. Makes the throw to first for the 5-3. That'll do it for the Beavers. Nygaard grounds out to third base. Beavers strand one, but they score 2. And it's a 2-2 ball game after 3. Top of the 4th coming up. And the 57's on the sticks when we return with Crop Production Services, Living Sky Casino, 57's baseball.
Brought to you by Trip-On Pizza. Trip-On.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Keel Crumweed leading off for the 57's. Crumweed caught looking the last time he faced Garrett Waters. 1-1 the count to Keel here in the top of the fourth. 2-2 ball game now. 57's with 2 runs in their half of the first. Beavers with a couple in the third. Ground ball, hit to third, through Williams. Josh Tribuck, the short, electing not to make the throw. Slow roller to him, Crumweed on. Nick Conyas. Check swing by Conyas. Going around. And 0-1 the count to Conyas. Native of San Antonio. Grounded out to second base his last time up. It's number 7 spot in Swift's batting order. Ground ball. Cued off the end of the bat, foul. Garrett Waters pitching to Zach Frazier. Brady Nygaard playing first base. Evan Widener at second. Josh Tribuck, shortstop. Cam Williams playing third base. Wade Weinberger in left. Center fielder Carlos Flores and Anthony Wiggins in right for the Beavers. Waters about to uncork pitch number 47 of his afternoon. 0-2 to Conyas. Fly ball. Hit to shallow right. And making the drive in from right field is Wiggins to make the grab. So Conyas flies out to 9.
Now batting number 25, Ben Andrews.
Loud out the last time Andrews was up to bat. Fly ball to deep left to take care of the first baseman for the 57's. Quick check of the runner over at first. And Keel Crumweed dirties up the uni to stay safe. Strike is called. 0-1 the count to Andrews. Cole Thibodeau, who bunted his way on base, on deck for the 57's.
I was trying to be impartial too, so we're in Mariners hat all morning. Well, we were thinking,
1-1 to Andrews.
well, I wasn't sold out.
Not before a check of the runner at first.
Seattle this year was just under $24. And then they said last night was, well, this 3-game series is basically 44. So it's getting 20,000.
Ball and a strike to Andrews. Off-speed pitch. Andrews gets underneath it. Another shot to left field. Wade Weinberger. Ball twists and turns in the wind. Andrews, for the second time this game, flies out to 7. And Cole Thibodeau up. Thibodeau bunting his way on base the last time he was up. He's got the dubious honor of being the beer batter on a Sunday afternoon in Weyburn, and he did a lousy job of playing that role last time he was up, getting himself on base with that bunt. 2 down here, Crumweed on at first base. Off-speed pitch outside. 1-0 to Thibodeau. Pitch number 51 of the afternoon from Waters. 2 down. Check swing, Thibodeau, strike called. One and one to the native of Omaha. Next action for the 57's tomorrow night at home. About a 3-hour bus ride to get back to Swift Current after this one. 57's hosting these Weyburn Beavers tomorrow night at Mitchell Field. Breaking ball inside for 2-1 count.
So if your regular tickets are say $100, 20% more the premium game. So whatever the cup is like, you'll get the premium series.
Some off-season changes to Mitchell Field. There used to be just acres and acres of foul territory, and there still is down the right field side. And left field, though, they brought that fence in significantly and built another patio. So that's added to the fan experience for people attending games at Mitchell Field. Some new concession items as well. Big, thick, juicy ballpark burgers. And one of the hot new items, the bird dog. A hot dog on a burger. So a few changes for fans to take in at Mitchell Field. Ground ball hit right back to the pitcher. Waters will flip to first, and that'll do it for Cole Thibodeau in the Swift Current 57's. The 1-3 takes care of Swifty in the top of the 4th inning. Bottom of 4 coming up. It's a 2-2 ball game. Fernando Pena and the 57's will try and keep it that way when we return with Crop Production Services, Living Sky Casino, 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to 57's Baseball for Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. Evan Widener, Sloan Dieter, and Wade Weinberger due up here. 5, 6, 7 in the Beavers order. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's Ryan Schweitzer at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Widener, ground ball. Campbell, third base, right on target to Ben Andrews at first. 1 down. Lake Charles, Louisiana native Sloan Dieter.
Number 29, Sloan Dieter.
2 strikeouts on the afternoon for Fernando Pena. Sloan Dieter was one of those victims.
The one for shortstop,
1 down. Wind's still a factor here. Not howling as bad as it was earlier in this game, but still a pretty big breeze blowing across the field here in Weyburn. That wind is going to bully the team bus on the way home. Ground ball, high hopper. Campbell collects himself and taking Ben Andrews off of first base. High degree of difficulty play for Campbell. Wade Weinberger to the plate. He struck out the last time he was up. Fernando Pena. Second time facing Weinberger. Launched off the bat head. Nick Kanyas. Back. And lost that one. That hits the wall. Nick Kanyas had a heck of a time reading that ball off the bat head. Hesitated once it was hit. And Weinberger finding himself at second base now. Runners on at second and third.
So the Beavers.
Blue and white sky. And Nick Kanyas losing track of that baseball. Hit to right field. Runners on second and third with only one down for Zach Fraser, who had a solo home run his last trip to the plate. So Sloan Dieter reaching on error is how it was officially scored, and then that unusual double by Weinberger. There's a shot by Fraser, center field. Matt Bondarchuk makes the catch. Runner tags up at third. Dieter heading for home. And they're going to get Weinberger in a rundown here, or try to. And they get the runner at second. Beavers score a run, though, before that third out, and they've taken their first lead of the weekend. 3-2, they lead it after 4. Top of 5 coming up. Swift Current 57's now trailing by 1. We'll be back shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Third time through the order for the Swift Current 57's. Campbell, Bondarchuk, Adams. Top of the order for Swift. Top of the 5th inning. And down by 1.
Number 8, Riley Campbell.
So a 3-2 lead for Weyburn. Sac fly RBI by catcher Zach Fraser. in the bottom of the fourth, giving Weyburn that 1-run lead. So Riley Campbell and the Swift Current 57's trying to get that lead back. Opposite field shot by Campbell. That'll be a single.
Now batting number 22, Matt Bonderchuk.
RBI triple for Bonderchuk in his first at bat in the afternoon. He flew out to third base his last time up, so Bonderchuk with a hit in that triple. Campbell slides in at second base, safe. Another swiped bag for Riley. That's number 6 in 2017 for him. Bonderchuk at bat now leads the team with 8 stolen bases. So nobody out, 1-0 count to Bonderchuk, and a runner in scoring position. Bonderchuk showing bunt. Strike is called. So 1-1 the count now. Speedy Riley Campbell at second. Campbell's going to try and steal third. The always effective swinging bunt by Bonderchuk. They get him at first. Hit and run was on. Campbell scurrying to third base.
Now batting number 24, Blake Adams.
So a runner on at third base for Blake Adams. And this is where the 57's can hurt you. Adams' .379 batting average. And the team leader in RBIs, among the league leaders in RBI. He'd love to add another one to his total right now with his team down by 1 and Riley Campbell at third base. Bodie Cooper warms up in the on-deck area. Blake Adams, the native of Longview, Texas. Fouled the first pitch off. Here comes the 0-1. Catcher Zach Frazier drops to his knees. Keeps that ball in front of him. 1-1 the count. One. Waters keeping his pitches down against Adams. Garrett Waters, 4 1/3 innings of work thus far, allowing 5 57's hits in this 3-2 ball game. Ground ball up the middle. Another RBI for Blake Adams. In to score is Campbell. And the 57's tie this up at 3. RBI single from Adams. And the 57's, top of the order, doing what they need to do. Riley Campbell with a single. Matt Bonderchuk with a swinging bunt type hit after Campbell stole second to move him to third. And the RBI generating Blake Adams does his job by knocking that runner home. Bodie Cooper having a conversation with himself after that strike. Bodie, one of the more popular guys on the team, very animated guy on the field and off. Native of Chubbuck, Idaho. Last year's Wimble Rookie of the Year and a league all-star. He digs in and awaits the 0-1 pitch. Wearing Cole Armstrong's number 5. Strike is called. So 0-2 to Bodie with 1 out and 1 on. Mason Brown, who's 1 for 2 on the afternoon, waits in the wings. Cooper with a sac fly RBI this game. That scored Bondarchuk in the first. So 2 RBIs and last 2 games for Bodie, as he had a sac fly RBI last night in the 6th inning. 0-2 the count. Garrett Waters looks the runner at first. That's Blake Adams. Waters delivers. Pitch at the letters. 1-2. Good take by Bodie. One, 2 to Bodie. Another high fastball. Just about letter high. 2-2 with 1 down. 57's and Beavers battling in Weyburn this afternoon and last night, and these 2 teams will meet tomorrow in Swift Current at Mitchell Field. 7:05 first pitch. 2-2 will have to wait as Adams is checked at first. Garrett Waters. Quick look over the shoulder at Blake Adams at first. 2-2 to Bodie. High fastball. Tempted hit and run, and Adams will successfully swipe second base as Cooper goes down swinging. Mason Brown 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Really impressed with the athleticism of Blake Adams. He stole that base moments ago. Stolen base number 3 on the year for Adams. 3 home runs. Batting average that flirts with 400. And among the league's best in home run, RBI, and batting average, also capable of stealing bases, is Adams, the runner at second base. Great find by Swift Current 57's coaching staff, the native of Longview, Texas. He's adjusting real well to life in the Wimble, Adams is. 1-0 pitch to Mason Brown. Ground ball. Foul down the third base line. Didn't miss that one by much. It's 1-1 with 2 away here. 3-3 ball game. Opposite field shot by Brown. High fly ball. And the second baseman, Evan Widener, makes that catch. 57 strand 1, but score 1. 3-3 ball game, the bottom of 5. Coming up, Fernando Pena on a pitch count this afternoon, expected to throw about 50. He's thrown 41 thus far. We'll see if he comes back or not in the bottom of the 5th when we return with Swift Current 57's baseball. Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Josh Trybuck as the Beavers go 9-1-2 here in the bottom of 5, 3-3 ball game. Trybuck thought about going after that Fernando Pena fastball. He takes for strike one. One and one count now. Trybuck 1 for 1 thus far with a double. And a run scored. Infielder from Calgary hitting 118 in this young season. 2-1 the count to Trybuck now. Fastball just misses the outside corner in this righty pitcher versus lefty hitter matchup. 3-1 is the count. And Pena will walk Trybuck. Anthony Wiggins. A walk and a sac bunt to advance runners are the afternoon for Wiggins. So the 174 hitting Wiggins hasn't done anything to improve that batting average, but he's been effective at the plate both times. For Weyburn in this 3-3 tie, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Ryan Schweitzer at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Weekend in Weyburn for the 57's. That ball is bunted into the paraphernalia of Mason Brown for strike one. As once again, Wiggins tries to play some small ball here against the Swift Current 57's. That's swatted at by Wiggins, and he gets a piece of it, singling into right field. And Trybuck's going to scurry all the way to third on that single by Wiggins.
Now to the plate, number 90, Cam Williams.
So nobody out, runners on the corners for Cam Williams. Fernando Pena, 48 pitches. Nobody warming up in the 57's bullpen. Fernando on a pitch count on the afternoon as he recovers from Tommy John surgery. He was pulled from the game against Yorkton after around 50 as there's a shot by Williams that's going to score a run. As coming in to score is Trybuck after that walk. And Cam Williams, RBI single to give the Beavers a 1-run lead back. And now some creatures are stirring in the Swift Current 57's bullpen. Mason Brown going to have a quick chat with Fernando Pena.
Number 18, Carlos Flores.
Looks like Trey Taylor playing catch and limbering up in the 57. What happened?
He grounded into a pitcher, but our pitcher didn't get it. I'm sure they charged him with an error.
All right, we're back with Swift Current 57's baseball. Trey Taylor coming in to pitch. Wade Weinberger reaching on error moments ago. Zach Fraser to the plate. Solid afternoon for Fraser. Solo home run and a sac fly RBI. His contributions to the afternoon. Pitch is fouled off. Clouds breaking up and things getting a lot sunnier here in Weyburn. Ground ball. Just fouled down the third base side. So an 0-2 count. Fraser steps out of the batter's box to ponder whether to spin, solve, or buy a vowel with 2 away here, 2 down. Runners on at first and second. 7-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. And Fraser stays alive in this exchange with Trey Taylor, fouling that back. 0-2 with 2 down. Another 0-2 pitch on the way. Or 1-2 rather. Fraser gets a big enough piece of that ball to stay alive. Now 1-2 with 2 down. Hit by Fraser, hit up. Ben Andrews battles with the wind to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers. 5 innings in the books, top of 6 coming up. 57's have some catching up to do. It's a 7-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. We'll be back shortly with more Swift Current 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Keel Crumweed leading off for the 57's. Sixth inning, top of 7-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. .72 pitches on the afternoon for Garrett Waters, starting pitcher for Weyburn out of Theodore, Alabama. Right-handed pitcher induces a fly ball from Keel Crumweed, hit to left. Wade Weinberger where he needs to be. Catch is made. One down.
Now batting number 26, Nick Cannon.
Nick Kanyas, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Kanyas. Fly ball. Hit into no man's land. And nobody able to get to that in time. Nobody covering second base. Ball getting thrown around. What an adventure for Nick Kanyas, who scampers to third base. Well, that was an adventure. A fly ball twisted in the wind. Eventually coming to land just behind second base. 4 Beavers trying to chase down that ball, and heads up base running by Nick Kanyas to see no one was covering second. He hurried to second. Ball was misthrown to second. So now perched at third base is Kanyas. 57's in need of a spark, down 4 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. 7-3 the score. 1 away here. The opportunistic Nick Kanyas now at third base. Don't see that every day. Ball hit foul by Ben Andrews. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Frazier. Big Ben Andrews from Shoreline, Washington. Kanyas takes his lead at third. Waters induces a swinging strike from Andrews. One-two pitch on the way, with one away. Fastball up. 2-2. Andrews. Big hack fouls that off of himself. He'll step out of the batter's box and walk that off. He's got a smile on his face. Pitch to Andrews. He's going to make Waters throw another one at him as that's fouled off.
That foul ball brought to you by Dr. Motors on the body. Return on foul ball to the beer can for $1.
Nick Conyas at third base. Well hit ball by Andrews. Left field, Wade Weinberger plays it off the wall. Conyas will touch home plate. And an RBI double to bring that run in for Andrews.
Now batting our Cool Refrigeration Beer batter for today's game.
So the native of Shoreline, Washington,
Cole, keep it up.
taking a bite into that Beaver lead. Now 7-4 is the deficit for the 57's. Nick Conyas getting high fives from the 57's dugout as a sea of green comes out to acknowledge the base running of Conyas. An innocent fly ball to shallow center that just hung up in the wind that no Beavers were able to track down, and then Conyas ended up scurrying to third base through a bit of a comedy of errors from the Beaver infield, and then subsequently scored as Ben Andrews drilled him home with that double. Cole Thibodeau, number 9 hitter in the order, up now for Swift. Thibodeau gets that bunt down. Andrews gets to third base. Thibodeau safe at first, legging it out. And the 57's showing signs of life after surrendering a 4-run bottom of the 5th.
Now batting number 8, Riley Campbell.
57's have runners on the corners. Phil Curtis, coach of the Beavers, is going to come out and have a chat with Garrett Waters. There was some action in the Weyburn bullpen. Looks like Phil's going to give Waters the chance to get himself out of trouble here. 83 pitches thrown on the afternoon thus far by Waters. Through 5 1/3. Riley Campbell 2 for 3 on the afternoon. So with runners on the corners, Campbell represents the tying run for the 57's. 7-4 is the score. It was a 3-3 ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th. And then the Beavers touched up the 57's to the tune of 4 runs. Well hit ball by Campbell. Solid single, one will score. Thibodeau advances to second. RBI single for Riley. Ben Andrews touching home plate after he had that double that brought in a run. Deficit for the 57's is but 2 runs now here in the top of the 6th. 7-5 the score. Matt Bodnerchuk will try and keep things going for the Swift Current squad here in the 6th. Tying run represented by the runner on at first base. That's Campbell. First pitch, fastball up, 1-0 count. Fouled off by Bondarchuk. One ball, 1 strike, 1 down. And 2 on. Fastball, Bondarchuk to first base. They'll try and turn 2, 3, 6. And the umpire not liking the base running there from the Swift Current 57's.
Ruling on the field appears to be double play.
And Joe Carnahan is going to appeal that as he's going to talk to the base umpire. As the Beavers given that out after Riley Campbell had that hard slide at second base into the shortstop. In any event, the Swift Current 57's get 2 back. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's a 7-5 Beaver lead. Trey Taylor and the 57's will try and keep it that way when we return with Living Sky Casino, Crop Production Services, 57's Baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to WMBL Baseball. It's Ryan Schweitzer and Weyburn. 7-5 the lead. A 4-run 5th for the Beavers, and then a 2-run 6th for Swift Current 57's. 9-1-2 due up for Weyburn here in their half of the 6th inning. Josh Tribuck, Anthony Wiggins, and Cam Williams. Trey Taylor, 1-1 pitch, just a bit up, 2-1. Swinging strike, 2-2. The 2-2 outside. Full count. And that pitch getting away from Taylor. A walk issued to Tribuck. Good production from the number 9 guy in the Beavers batting order. Tribuck out of Calgary, a double and 2 walks on the afternoon. Top of the order for Anthony Wiggins. Wiggins was hitting 174 coming into this game. A walk, a sac bunt, and rewarded for his efforts the last time he was up with a single. Now hitting 208 on the year, so. And he's going to try and get that bunt down with a runner on at first and nobody out here. Cam Williams, who's got an RBI single, on deck for Weyburn. One-0 pitch. And again, showing bunt is Wiggins. Strike called against the native of Chula Vista, California. Trey Taylor pitching to Mason Brown. Ben Andrews playing first. Cole Thibodeau at second base. Keel Crumweed at short. Riley Campbell at third. Outfield is Blake Adams, Matt Bondarchuk, and Nick Kanyas. Count is 1-2. Taylor induces a foul ball hit towards the 57's bullpen. Right-handed pitcher Sean Chandler out of Bellevue, Nebraska, limbering up in the 57's bullpen.
Sure.
Designated hitter Bodie Cooper on bullpen catching duty this afternoon as well. So we see him talking with Chandler. There's a single into right field. As Wiggins continues to have a productive afternoon. A walk, a sack of bunts, and a pair of singles for the leadoff hitter for the Beavers. Coming into the 6th inning, the Beavers had a 4-run lead. The 57's narrowed that to 2. The score now 7-5. Nobody out here and a pair of runners on for Weyburn. Strike 1 to Williams. Carlos Flores on deck. Trey Taylor. There's a shot right into the glove of left fielder Blake Adams, as Williams hits that on a rope to the left fielder. Well, the last time Carlos Flores was in a situation like this, he blew the game open with a 3-run home run. And lo and behold, 2 ducks on the pond for him again here. Flores has reached on a fielder's choice, flown out to right field, and has that 3-run home run on the afternoon. 4th trip to the plate for Flores. 1 down here, and 2 on for him. With 1 swing of the bat the last time he was up, he changed the Weyburn lead from 1 run to 4. His team's up a deuce here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out and 2 on for him. Fly ball. That ball is not going to escape the infield as Andrews makes the catch. Infield fly rule in effect. So Brady Nygaard to the plate with 2 down and 2 on.
Brady Nygaard.
So the 57's escape the dangerous bat of Flores this time around. One 0 pitch from Taylor forthcoming. Nygaard 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Hitting .258 on the season. Fastball right down the middle. 2-1 with 2 down. Trey Taylor and the 57's trying to get out of the 6th with no damage done. Count will be 3-1 to Nygaard. So a hitter's count with 2 out and 2 on here. Swinging strike. And a full count. A walk and a single put runners on. Tribuck at second. Wiggins at first. And a called strike 3. After a walk and a single to the first 2 hitters, Trey Taylor and the Swift Current 57's Houdini their way out of that one. 2 are stranded, and the deficit remains 2. Swift Current 57's. Top of 7 coming up. Down by a couple. They'll try and change that when we return with Living Sky Casino. Crop Production Services Baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Blake Adams leading off for the 57's here in the 7th. Big cut from Adams. Ball sent into foul territory. Adams knocked in a run last time he was up. There's a well-hit ball by Adams. Hit hard to the shortstop. Josh Tribuck takes the first baseman off the bag. Not the Mona Lisa, but Adams will take it. 57's have the leadoff guy on here in the 7th inning. Bodie Cooper, sac fly RBI in this game. Bodie struck out the last 2 times he was up, though, against Garrett Waters. Starting pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers. Entering his 7th inning of work. Adams on at first. 3 stolen bases on the year for Adams as Cooper, towering fly ball. Scurrying in from center field is Flores to make the catch. 1 out for Mason Brown.
Now batting number 9, Mason Brown.
So Littleton, Colorado's Mason Brown gets the signals from 57's assistant coach Eric Dorton. Runner on at first is Adams. And Adams in a rundown situation here, and he gets thrown out at second base. Big lead for Adams. And the Beavers run him down. So that changes the complexion of this at bat now for Mason Brown. Nobody on and 2 out. Beavers infield have to be happy to take care of Blake Adams at first base there as he reached on error. And then he's erased from the equation. Well hit ball by Brown. Sent to left field. Wade Weinberger makes the catch. And it turns into a 3-up, 3-down, top of the 7th for the Swift Current 57's. Bottom of Sev coming up. Deficit is 2. 7-5 lead for Weyburn. Back with more baseball shortly.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. Ryan Schweitzer in Weyburn, bottom of the 7th. 7-5 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Sean Chandler coming in to pitch now for the Swift Current 57's. 1 1/3 for Trey Taylor. Allowing 2 hits, no runs, striking out 1 and walking 1, facing 7 batters. So third pitcher of the afternoon utilized by Joe Carnahan, coach of the 57's. Sean Chandler comes in. Native of Bellevue, Nebraska, right-handed pitcher. Chandler 2 appearances in the young season, working 2 innings. 1 hit, 1 earned run, striking out 5, walking 4, ERA of 4.50. Appearance number 3 on the year for Chandler. Evan Widener, Ulysses Fluellen, and Wade Weinberger, the hitters that Chandler will have to deal with. Right-handed pitcher, strike 1. Chandler looks tall enough to be able to hunt ducks with a tennis racket. Strike 2 called. Chandler going right after Widener here. Oh-2 pitch. Fastball up. Check swing, gets a piece of the bat, and careens into the backstop. Mason Brown and Sean Chandler making sure they're on the same page here. Wind has been a factor this afternoon, helping out both teams. A strong breeze out to left field. Pitch inside at the feet. Certainly wasn't expecting a 7-5 afternoon ball game in a ballpark without a hitter's eye and white buildings in the outfield. Two and two the count now to Widener. 0 for 3 on the afternoon as the native of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Pitch inside, full count now. Three-two pitch. Walk issued to Widener. So now Ulysses Fluellen, his first at bat this afternoon.
Ulysses Fluellen.
Fluellen brought in as a pinch runner after Sloan Dieter reached base in the 6th. So a .333 hitter this season. Fluellen checks in. First pitch from Chandler, low and away. .11 hits and 33 at bats for Fluellen thus far this year. Almost swings himself out of his shoes there. An emphatic strike one. Fastball low, 2-1 the count. Nobody out and one on here. Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-5 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Last 2 runs in this ball game been scored by the 57's though. Fly ball, right field, Nick Conyas, 1 down. Wade Weinberger.
Now that's number 12, Wade Weinberger.
Weinberger 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Upping his average to 185 on the year. Native of the Bahamas. Awaiting the first pitch of this exchange from Sean Chandler. And a big hack from Weinberger for strike 1. Swinging strike. And so far Weinberger buying what Sean Chandler's selling in this exchange. Zach Frazier's got a solo home run and a sac fly RBI waiting on deck. And swinging strike 3. Sean Chandler had Wade Weinberger's number on that exchange. Frazier 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a couple RBIs. .250 average on the season. Righty versus righty matchup. Chandler, fastball right down the middle for strike 1. 57's pitcher Chandler aggressively looks the runner at first. Evan Widener at first base. He was walked to lead off the inning. Bottom of the 7th here. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Brown. If you're just joining us, Sean Chandler pitching his first inning of work, throwing to Mason Brown, Ben Andrews at first, Cole Thibodeau at second, Keel Crumweed playing short, Riley Campbell at third, Blake Adams in left, Matt Bondarchuk in center, Nick Kanyas in right. 1-1 pitch, blocked by Brown. Runner stays put. Chandler coming into this game, a strikeout to walk ratio of 5-4. He struck out 1 and walked 1 thus far this inning. Check swing for strike 2. Good righty on righty pitch. Going low and away in the zone. Deuce's wild scenario now with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Pitch inside and at the knees, full count. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Full count with 2 out and 1 on. Fastball's up. Walk issued to Frazier. Josh Tribuck has a double and 2 walks. Effective afternoon for the number 9 hitter. Strike 1, fastball from Chandler. Sun peeks out from behind a cloud here in Weyburn. Seem to be getting fewer and fewer clouds as the day gets longer. The flags at center field here at Tom Lane Park have certainly gotten a workout today. Strong wind blowing across the field, adding some distance to balls traveling out to left. Pitch is low, blocked by Brown. Time called. Brown's going to have a quick chat with Chandler here. Next home game for the 57's is tomorrow night, 7:05 at Mitchell Field. Head to the ballpark, grab yourself a bird dog from the 57's concession, and watch these two teams play in Swift. 3-game series between the 57's and Beavers. Swift spending the night in Weyburn last night after a 3-2 win, trailing the Beavers 7-5 now. They'll play game number 3 of the set tomorrow. There's a shot by Tribuck. Singling into center field, Bondarchuk has it. Runner is rounding third and heading for home and will score. And the Beavers get a 3-run lead. Josh Tribuck, big afternoon for him. An RBI single to go with a double and 2 walks.
Yelling to the plate, number 14, Anthony.
Weyburn with a 3-run lead. Beavers were a team that had 5 errors last night. Now, they've still made 3 this afternoon, but they've played a somewhat cleaner game defensively. Lower half of the order not contributing too much last night for the Beavers either in a 3-2 loss, but they've come out swinging this afternoon. And helping the home team populate the scoreboard to the tune of 8 runs to Swift Current's 5. Top of the order in Anthony Wiggins. A walk, sack bunt that successfully advanced runners, and a pair of singles for Wiggins as he fouls that one back. .57's putting Lane Downing to work in the bullpen. Another pitcher who Joe Carnahan has been utilizing in late game situations. Downing playing catch with Bodie Cooper. .02. Chandler one-hopping Mason Brown. Brown dropping to his knees and putting the chest protector behind that ball. 1-2 now with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. 8-5 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. They've touched up Swift Current to the tune of 1 so far here in the 7th. Will the damage be just 1 as Wiggins fouls that off? One and 2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Dropped strike 3. Wiggins thrown out at first. And the Beavers will strand a couple, but they'll score 1. 8-5 is the score. 7 innings in the books. Top of 8. And Swift on the sticks when we return with Living Sky Casino, Crop Production Services, Swift Current 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball, live from Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Keel Crumwheat, Nick Conyas, and Ben Andrews due up for the 57's here in the top of the 8th. The visitors down by 3. It's 8-5 Weyburn. New pitcher for the Beavers as Cody Pamperin comes in to toss.
Now batting for Swift Current, number 18, Keel Crumwheat.
This is appearance number 5 on the season for Pamperin, the native of Shakopee, Minnesota. 4 appearances, 5 1/3 innings of work, allowing 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. He struck out 7 and walked 2. He's got 1 save and ERA of 0. Ground ball the opposite way by Crumweed. And he's retired via the 4-3.
Coming to the plate, number 26,
Nick Kanyas. One for 3 today with a run scored for Nick Kanyas. Bit of a different look that 57's hitters have to face. Had the straight overhand righty of Garrett Waters. Not quite straight sidearm from Cody Pamperin here. Ball coming in from about 10 o'clock. Two-one pitch with one away. Kanyas, fly ball, hit into foul territory. That ball will escape the playing surface here at Tom Lang. Two-two pitch with one away. Shot by Kanyas. That's going to fall in the outfield for a single for the native of San Antonio, Texas. And the 57's have one on, one out here, top of 8. Ben Andrews 1 for 3 on the afternoon with an RBI double that brought in one. Kanyas checked at first. Cody Pamperin. Not taking much time between pitches, and with that runner on at first, really tightening up that windup. Shot by Andrews, a well-hit ball. And that'll be a single for Big Ben. His second hit of the ball game. And Cole Thibodeau now represents the tying run for the 57's with one down here in the top of the 8th. Thibodeau 2 for 3 with a pair of bunt singles. His average is now .429 on the season. The native of Omaha, Nebraska.
Now batting, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Strike one called, Pamperin. Top of the order on deck for the 57's. And Riley Campbell. Thibodeau trying to tie this game with one swing of the bat. Swings through that one. And count is 0-2. And a high fastball. Thibodeau takes, count 1-2. Nick Kanyas and Ben Andrews, a pair of singles to get themselves on base. There's a shot by Thibodeau. Hit to left field. Wade Weinberger is there. Catch is made. Runners stay put. Top of the order, and Riley Campbell due up.
Now coming to the plate. Number 8, Riley Campbell.
Hard to pick it in that screen if you don't catch it right away.
So Riley Campbell trying to keep the 8th inning going for the Swift Current 57s. Top of 8, down by 3, 2 on. Two away, Cody Pamperin and the Beavers trying to take care of Swift. High fly ball. First baseman Nygaard is there to make the catch, and the Swift Current 57s are done in the 8th and strand a couple. Bottom of 8 coming up. The lead is 3 for the Beavers. We'll be back shortly with more Swift Current 57s baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer along for the ride here in Weyburn, where the Swift Current 57s trail the Beavers. 8-5, bottom of the 8th. Lane Downing into pitch. As Downing's job is going to be to come in here and limit the deficit to just 3. Downing 4 appearances this year, 4 innings of work. He's allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He struck out 5 and walked 3. 0-1 record with 2 saves and a 4.50 earned run average. He's going to face 2, 3, 4 in the Beaver batting order. Cam Williams, Carlos Flores, and Brady Nygaard. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lane Downing, right-handed pitcher, induces a ground ball. Riley Campbell to first. And Williams is retired via the 5-3. Downing out of Hayes, Kansas. Carlos Flores. Flores with the biggest bat swing of this ball game, a 3-run home run. 2 at the time give Weyburn a 7-3 lead. Part of a 4-run 5th for Weyburn. So Flores, as of this moment, credited with the game-winning RBI. That 3-run dinger. 1-0 count to the native of Guyana, Puerto Rico. Ground ball, chopped into the 57's dugout. inside for ball 2.
I didn't know what the 1.67 is.
2-1 pitch from Downing on the way. Comes in low for a 3-1 count.
What's Texas? Third?
Yeah, they're no fourth. They're got Seattle now. Seattle, 31 and 32. Like 32 and 31.
3-1 pitch on the way.
They're going to get back to these ones.
Ground ball. Crumweed at short. Gets that to first base in time. Flores goes down via the 6-3.
Number 5, Brady.
2 away, first baseman Brady Nygaard from Mayville, North Dakota. Nygaard hitting 4th in that batting order, 0 for 4 on the afternoon. So Nygaard trying to get himself on base for the first time. He struck out twice this game. Foul ball. Nygaard chases after that pitch up and away and goes down swinging. Swinging at that pitch and immediately regretting the decision to do so. Lane Downing comes in and gets the job done for the Swift Current 57's. The deficit is 3. The top of the 9th is coming up. 57's will do their best to try and tie things up when we return with Living Sky Casino Crop Production Services Baseball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Yeehaw! Saddle up every day throughout June and win with Living Sky Casino's Wild West Carnival. Over $13,000 to be given away in cash and prizes. Slot tournaments, rollover cash draws, hot seats, virtual horse racing, and on Sundays, enjoy free carnival treats, plus much more. Visit Players Club for more information. Chances to win every day at the Wild West Carnival this June at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Eric Evans deployed by the Weyburn Beavers.
Now batting number 22, Matt Bondarchuk.
Celebrated local product here in Weyburn. Evans, 3 appearances, 2 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. He struck out 3 and walked 4, 1 save on the year, a 7.71 earned run average. He's been utilized over the past few years as a closer here in Weyburn. Matt Bondarchuk, shot to left field. Wade Weinberger, 1 down. Bondarchuk, Adams, and Bodie Cooper due up for the 57's here in the top of the 9th, down by 3, 1 away. 57's needing 3 runs with
Now batting number 24.
2 outs to work with. 1 down here. Blake Adams 2 for 4 with an RBI this afternoon. Hitting .387 on the year. Righty versus righty matchup. Evans inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle by Adams. 3-hit afternoon for Blake Adams.
Now with the plate, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Sac fly RBI for Bodie Cooper on the afternoon. He's also struck out twice and flown out since then. Designated hitter Cooper will do his best to keep this baseball game going here in the top of the ninth with his team down by 3. Fouled off by Cooper. Mason Brown, who's 1 for 4 in the afternoon, on deck. Blake Adams at first base. Adams with 3 hits and a stolen base on the afternoon. On our first webcast of the year in Yorkton, monster night for Adams as he was within a triple of hitting for a cycle. Adams with 3 hits, and he's been on base 4 times this afternoon as well, getting on via an E6. 0-2 pitch to Bodie Cooper is a fastball up from Eric Evans, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fastball from Evans. Outside. Two-two pitch with 1 away. Fly ball. Hit to right field. Wiggins makes the catch, out number 2. Mason Brown represents the last gasp of air here for the 57's in this one.
Now batting, number 9, Mason Brown.
2 out here in the top of the ninth. 57's down by 3. In this league, stranger things have happened. Fly ball by Brown. Hit into foul territory. Cam Williams right by the 57's dugout makes the catch, and that does it. 57's drop an 8-5 decision. They get the weekend split in Weyburn and fall to 5-3, an identical record that the Weyburn Beavers have. These two teams will meet tomorrow. We'll see at Mitchell Field at 7:05 back in Swift Current for the Swift Current 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Player of the game is Blake Adams, 3 hits on the afternoon. 3 for 5, also reaching on error. That'll do it for another edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. We're glad that you could take some time out of your Sunday and join us here on the webcast. Swift Current baseball fans, we'll see you tomorrow at 7:05 at Mitchell Field. On behalf of Christina running the camera and providing you with the images this afternoon, I'm Ryan Schweitzer. Good day from Tom Lang Park in Weyburn.
You guys want to capture my games?
No.
No?
No.
Fine.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not going to Swift tomorrow.